What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for yet another Tottenham update as we build up to the return of the Premier League this weekend, as the business end really is starting to get underway. We've got a few rumours and stuff to get through, and let's start off with Mikkel Damsgaard, as Ali Gold was saying last night that Tottenham like and have an interest in Mikkel Damsgaard of Sampdoria. Obviously, he had big Euros with Denmark last time out, but haven't heard much from him this season from Sampdoria though. Have you heard much about him?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to have made many appearances. 7 appearances this season. Maybe he's been injured or something. Very odd, isn't it?
I'm not too sure, but when I was watching him in the Euros, he did look very good.
Yeah,
I really did like the look of him.
Yeah, he's had a long-term injury ever since. Oh, he's been out for the whole season, pretty much.
There you go. There you
go. It's one of those where I think he's a very talented player. I think he's got bags of ability. I think if we were to get him and Eriksen and have him learn off Eriksen, and then once Eriksen leaves in a couple of years or so, we have an heir to the throne. That would be the perfect situation, kind of thing. I think Damsgaard is supremely talented. You saw in the Euros what he can do. He's a really good long-range shooter. He's got very creative, quick feet as well, and he's got an eye for a pass. So if Spurs are convinced by him, I'm all for it. I think he's definitely a kind of player we need. But it is worrying he's been out for the whole season.
What injury was it?
Thigh problem, apparently.
Yeah,
ever since October, he's been injured.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, I would love him in, just from what I saw from him at the Euros. But we have seen kind of players, flash in the pan players come, like have big like international tournaments and like never be seen again kind of thing. So let's just hope he's not one of those. If
we do get him, yeah, we'll have to do due diligence. I don't know, maybe I feel like, seeing he's been out for the whole season, I don't know if it's right to go and splash big money on him. Although, you know, he was worth 50 million last year. If we get him cheap, say 20 million, maybe it's worth
20 million, I think, to be honest, for someone like that at his age, of the quality that he's shown, is probably a no-brainer at 20 million.
His price must have fallen.
If we can get Eriksen and Damsgaard in for like 20 million, 30 million for both of them, I know Eriksen's going to be a free, but
that should solve our creative problems.
Yeah, it should do. All right, so that's that. Let's move on. Let's talk about Paulo Dybala once again. Corriere dello Sport saying that Dybala's representatives are now negotiating with Tottenham, Arsenal, and Manchester City in terms of a summer transfer. Obviously, he is out of contract in the summer, so he's on the Bosman. But if we are going up head to head with Man City, you know there's only going to be one winner there.
Yeah, if Man City are genuinely in for him, I don't know if they'll really go in for. I know he's good, Dybala, but is he like?
He's better than what they have.
He's better than what Man City have.
I think so. Like if you're talking about like number 9s, like he's better than like a Gabriel Jesus.
I don't know if you'd. I guess the way Man City play, they could play him in a false 9 position. I don't think a team like City would want Dybala as their number 9. He's not kind of a striker who'd be suited at number 9 for the Premier League. But in a false 9, in a kind of messy role, he could definitely.
That's what Man City play, don't they?
Yeah, but the talk is they want a striker like a Haaland or something. That's what they're going for. So maybe then you're thinking, is he a backup to him? Does he play on the right hand side, competing with Mahrez, cutting inside? I don't fancy him really as a right winger. Dybala as a right forward, I guess maybe he could do a job. I don't know. Just for something's not clicking with me with him, Man City. I don't know if he's the right fit unless they go for him as a false 9. I don't think Man City. I think they'd have other priorities. But in terms of, I think when it comes to Spurs or Arsenal, it depends who gets Champions League, and then they're probably going to be the favourites to get him.
But in terms of Man City, like a team like Man City, I mean, we've seen it all before. How once they spent like 100 million in one window just to bring in 2 left backs. I mean, we've seen it before where they can go get a Haaland for his cut price value in terms of his release clause, and they'll go get Dybala as well. They could easily do that.
Oh, in terms of money, they can do it, yeah. But I don't know if they will.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see how that one plans out. But I would absolutely love Dybala at Tottenham. I really would. But it's those rumours that literally just never go away, Tottenham and Dybala.
They're never going to die.
Let's talk about Stefan de Vrij now, another one where the rumours just don't go away. Tuto Mercato is saying that Tottenham remain a possible destination for de Vrij this summer. Inter Milan are willing to sell him for 20 million rather than losing the defender for free when his contract expires the following summer. So if we can get someone like him of his ilk for that price, that would be absolutely brilliant, and it takes our defence up levels, doesn't it?
Well, he is 30, so you got to think that I think it's one year in his contract remaining. So I think you got to see that's a pretty fair price for that kind of defender. I think he's probably better than what we have already. He is more on the right side though, so he would probably take one of Dyer or Romero's position if he was to come in. Probably more Dyer. So I think if he, I mean, obviously I'll definitely want him in, provide competition for Dyer, but then we also need one on the left as well because we have no cover for Ben Davies. So I wouldn't want him to be our only centre back if we do sign him. But yeah, for sure, he'd be a massive upgrade, especially just on the whole centre back as a collective. He'd definitely take it up for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, he would come in, he would provide competition with Eric Dyer. He's better than Eric Dyer. He's got leadership qualities. He's worked with Conte in the past, won stuff with Conte in the past. So for me, it fits like a glove, to be honest. It really does, and I would love him through the door. But again, we'll have to see how that one plays out. Let's talk about DJ Spence now, a name on a lot of people's lips at the moment, seeing it as the performances he's had for Nottingham Forest this season. I watched him in that game against Arsenal. He was absolutely breathtaking. A couple of weeks ago, he scored an absolute banger as well, which was absolutely brilliant goal. And Jack Arossa of The Standard is saying that DJ Spence will move this summer with Arsenal, Tottenham and Bayern Munich all in the race. Boost for all involved, as the fee could be as low as £12 million. Though given the interest, a bidding war could see that go up. I mean, can you really see him going to Bayern Munich?
Well, Bayern, Germany has been known for a place for young English talent who don't believe they're getting a great chance in England. But I don't know if DJ Spence falls under that at the moment because he's at the moment in the Championship. So, but I don't think. I think it's become more common now. Young English players moving abroad. Look at Jude Bellingham, Dortmund at 19 years of age. And he's
an absolute baller, man, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, it's happened with a few English players now. They're more willing to go abroad than they were before. So it wouldn't surprise me massively if we were to go to someone like Bayern Munich if he really is that good. But for sure, Tottenham should be looking at him as a potential right back who could be in that role for many, many years to come. And he's shown definitely in FA Cup games, I've seen him how talented and brilliant he is. He scored a great goal against Leicester as well. Against Arsenal, he was great. So he's turning a lot of heads right now. But whether he's ready to be our number one right back next season, that's a big question mark.
Yeah, it is a big question mark. But I think with the talent he has, with the abilities he has, I think, again, I would love him through the door. All these 3 players or 4 players that we've spoken about today, I think would all come in and do a massive job for us. And obviously, everyone can see where kind of our frailties lie at fullback, at wing-back position. And I think he'll be a massive plus to the squad. But I think if we were to bring him in, I would still like to bring in one more. I would still like, as much as Doherty's been playing well recently, I would still like to see us sell him this summer, as well as Emerson Royale. I mean, Emerson has time to get us back on his side. He's only been here for 1 season, so maybe he can improve. But I think that for the position that we want, wing-back position, I just don't see that being as Emerson's natural position. So I think I would like DJ Spence, and I'd be open to selling Emerson and bringing in one more as well. So I think we need major surgery in that position, and he could go a long way to fixing that at some point. Let's talk about Troy Parrott now. He's been having a really good time of it at MK Dons. Obviously scored for Republic of Ireland in a last-minute winner against Lithuania as well. And The Athletic are saying that Tottenham are expected to extend Troy Parrott's contract by a further year to run until 2024 and then loan him out again next season.
Yeah, I read the whole article on it, and in the article it said that it is expected that Tottenham don't see Troy Parrott as a future first-team player for Tottenham, and they're looking to loan him out with potentially either selling him or him being a backup maybe in the following seasons. But I think he's starting to show quite a lot right now, especially MK Dons are very happy with him. Look, he's only 20 years old. He's still very, very young. You could be like Harry Kane. He could be a late bloomer. But for MK Dons, they're loving him at the moment. Just got Player of the Month. The fans love him. Apparently, his application's brilliant. For Ireland, he just came on, scored a brilliant winner. I was reading quotes from Keith Andrews saying there's been a massive difference between the Troy Parrott now, between him in training compared to last time he was called up. So I think it's a bit weird for... If Tottenham were talking about not expecting him to be a part of the first team, why not just wait and see how he develops maybe next season in the Championship, and then start making comments about that. It's very strange that that's how our academy, maybe coaches or whoever, see our talent. Like, I think they should be looking at him as a potential first team and gearing towards that, and instead of like not expecting that. They should try and expect it.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, he's only had a few months, like 3 or 4 months at the most, where he's actually shown something. So from what Tottenham have seen firsthand, obviously they don't think that he can blossom into a first-team player or a player that can fight for the first team. But having said that, we heard similar stories coming out when Harry Kane was out on loan and stuff like that, about how Spurs didn't think he was going to come back and be a first-team player, never mind best player in the world. So I think, look, as much as what the noises are coming out of Tottenham, it's up to Troy Parrott to prove them wrong. And if he comes out and proves them wrong, then he'll be here and he'll get a longer-term contract and he'll be here to fight for the first team. But it's all on him, because we've seen before how when he was at Tottenham, maybe his head wasn't right. The other loan spells didn't really go right for him. It's only right now where it's starting to go right for him. So it needs a bit more longevity in terms of him fighting for his space at MK Dons, fighting for his space in Ireland, and things going on an up trajectory. Like right now it is, but we need to see it over a longer space of time.
But he definitely seems very, very talented, doesn't he? And he seems to have his attitude in the right place now. So yeah. So that's the most important thing. So hopefully he can continue in that vein, and I want him to prove those guys wrong.
I think, and if he keeps going this way, he will prove them wrong. But you need to see this kind of attitude and this kind of application over a longer stretch of time than just 3-4 months. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So that's that with Troy Parrott. Last but not least is the North London derby. The Standard and the Mail are reporting now. We brought you the same story a week ago, saying that Tottenham, and this is the update, saying Tottenham and Arsenal are expecting the rearranged North London derby to be played during the week commencing May the 9th. And I'm hearing as well that it could be on the Thursday, May the 12th. If it is the Thursday, that kind of is a bit better for us, because it's the day later to recover after that Liverpool game.
Yeah, and also I read somewhere that potentially that Liverpool game could be early kickoff on Saturday, and then the Spurs North London derby on the Thursday. So if that's the case, obviously the Burnley game on the weekend will have to be moved to the Sunday. But yeah, I think that doesn't. I think
the Burnley game is already on the Sunday, I believe.
Was that last game of the season?
No, second last game, but I think it's already on a Sunday.
Is that how it works, is it? Because I thought only the last game is all on the same. So, yeah, it's on a Saturday at the moment. Oh, no. No, you're right. It's already on. Yeah, it's already on Sunday. Yeah. All right. So, is that a new thing? Must be a new thing.
Yeah, I don't know why if they put every single game on a Sunday, second last game of the season.
Yeah. Usually that's only last game. So, all right, if that's already on a Sunday, then that works out. So it's not too big of a detriment to us, that even though it's after Liverpool, there should be enough of a break where we can regroup after that game. So, let's bring it on. It should be a massive game.
Bring them on.
It's going to be a massive game, isn't it?
It is. If it is that kind of top 4 playoff that everyone's expecting it to be, is this the biggest North London derby in Premier League history in terms of like both sides actually going for something? I know they won the league at White Hart Lane and stuff like that.
Yeah, but from our point of view,
that's what I'm saying.
Probably. I can't think of too many other North London derbies which would happen at this late in the season, with both teams really going for it.
Because there was that one where Harry Kane wore the mask where we could have gone top of the league, but that was so much earlier on in the season.
Yeah, February. This was probably the biggest one in North London in Premier League history. The one where Danny Rose scored, that was pretty big. But Arsenal were kind of in the title race, but not really.
Was that April as well? Was that April time?
Yeah. But it wouldn't be this late. So, this would be like the Man City game, but a North London derby.
Wow, it's going to be nuts. I don't know if my nerves can take, because like I've always said, like if Spurs play Arsenal in the cup final, I don't know what I'll do, because I won't be able to handle it. This is basically like a cup final to get to the top 4.
Literally.
So
God, let's just hope we're 4 points ahead or something.
Having said that though, like if we go into it like level points, let's say, or like 1 point of drift or whatever, and we win that game, we've still got 2 more games that we need to win to
Burnley and
seal
Norwich.
It. And like
Burnley and Norwich.
I know it's Burnley and Norwich, but when the pressure's on like that, Burnley and Norwich suddenly turn into like Liverpool, Man City.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
But anyway, so North London derby is hopefully, well, not hopefully, but looks like it's going to be the week commencing the 9th of May, which is going to be just after the Liverpool game, just before the Burnley game. And that is your Tottenham update today. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding any of the news stories we've brought to you today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.